Hello, this is Russell from
Tones of Evil.
and you're listening to Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast.
Yes, welcome back, loony listeners. You are listening to Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast. This is episode 203, and you are with your High Priest Khonshu, Ray. Hello, and I'm introducing this particular segment. It is a Waning Gibbous. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it is. This has been put on hold a few times, but I wanted to release it sooner rather than later. So you'll be treated to a Moonwalk segment this episode, loony listeners, and that is a reproduction of a Moon Knight comic in audio format. As I mentioned, yes, welcome, I am Ray, and before we get into it, I have a special guest who contributed to the Moonwalk. So as always, I ask one of the loonies or someone that might be interested to lend their vocal talents and to potentially choose the issue in question. And for this Moonwalk, it was the power of Chad. A valued loony. He's been around the traps many times, and he chose The Fist of Khonshu, issue 3, a very Morpheus-centric issue. So Chad will be voicing that of Morpheus, and I will be doing the rest. But before any of that, of course, a big thank you to our gracious patronies, all of those listed as co-producers or executive producers in our show notes. You guys really do help keep the show going. I really do appreciate it. It hopefully can do bigger and better things like this. I'm still hoping that we might earn enough coin to be able to purchase a bit of a swag of special effects, sound effects, kind of to amp up these sorts of audio reproductions. But I think a big thank you to Daniel, Justin, Derek, Wayne, Jordan, Josh, James, Russell, and Anthony, as always. And our three sponsors, Fringe Knight by Daniel Doing, an original indie comic based on Erie, Pennsylvania's very own mysterious superhero. We have Hello Headphones, empowering gamers to play at their best, and Dreamland Comics, the superhero superstore. So anyway, listeners, as I said, this is just a short intro. I wanted to let you know that this one was quite involved, I guess. The Fist of Khonshu issues aren't short on dialogue, should I just say that? So I had a lot of fun, but it took a little bit more time, and there are so many different scenarios within the story, so I got to play around with a lot of sound effects in there. Now, hopefully you'll be able to discern my Marlene voice, say, from my Detective Flint voice or my Moon Knight voice, but I'm going to give a good go anyway. So we'll see how we go. Look, the best way to do it as well, if you do have the issue, crack it open, read along as you listen to this audio, or if you're in the car or you're out and about, just tune in and reacquaint yourself with this issue in audio format. So without any further ado, here it is. This is The Fist of Khonshu, issue 3, with the power of Chad as Morpheus. Enjoy.
Again, their vile drugs murder my sleep, condemning me to twilight haunts, my lidless eyes deprived of dreams.
2.5 milligrams of digoxin? That's not doctor's orders. Mr. Markham's been getting the wrong medication.
And so again, the psychic forces in other men form my dreams. In me gather dark power and seek release as ebon energies.
Morpheus is free.
Short on manpower. Long on overwork. Last thing we need round here is half a staff on a picket line. I hear them fill-in nurses over the dispensary been balling up the medication royally since the strike began. Get this, they sent sedatives up to old Polioli. Sedatives for Polioli. Guy's been in a coma since, like I said, bowling up the medication. Swing time's over, pals. Back to work for Hofstadter comes chewing our tails. Let him try, I ain't scared of Hofstadter. Listen to him. Sure thing, Mr. H. Right away, sir, Mr. H. You got the man's boot polish all over your tongue, Rise Black. Funny, Stumpy. You're a regular Eddie Murphy. Button it, okay? You guys, a little dignity befitting hospital security. Know what I mean? Sweet Lord. I've seen ugly things in my day, but who could have broken her neck like that, Freddy? That's what I'm gonna find out. It looks like we got us a real live suspect. Hands up!
Fools. My powers are at their peak. The psychiatric ward. So this is where they doctors see fit to lodge me, as though I were some madman who could not mark reality from dream. They have made a deadly error. Behold, I am Morpheus, god of dreams.
Did Dr. Weinberg send you about my pills? I always take my pills.
I already said, ink blot looks like a butterfly to me.
Shh, they trying to kill me with the secret rays. They feed us snakes, the good kind, without bones. You like it here.
Have no fear. Come worship, mortals, and serve at my shrine.
Twilight. Spectre Mansion, Long Island. Spring air's really invigorating, or maybe I'm just finally learning to unwind. After all, it's been days since I've had any telepathic contact from the priests in Egypt who control my Moon Knight identity, and you don't hear me complaining. I'm perfectly happy being plain old Mark Spectre, reformed mercenary and multi-millionaire. It's a priest who insists that the ancient Egyptian moon god Khonshu have ordained me a superhero, with a mission to protect mankind. Sure. But what about protecting my personal affairs? Marlene's left me rather than accept the strain and dangers of my double life as Moon Knight. I miss her badly. 22 seconds, that last lap, Mark. The pleasures of breaking a good sweat, eh, Spence? Chacun son go. Each his own. I prefer to exercise cerebrally. Well, excuse me, Kodiak, but you didn't win those dog sledding races back in Nome on brainpower. True, but you didn't appoint me Director of Acquisitions for Spectre International Galleries because I was good at mushing huskies. There was a degree from Yale Fine Arts and a 3-volume history of Western painting, remember? Now, if you'll unstrap the cleats and dry off, I can brief you on tonight's auction of 18th century porcelains. Oh, why am I so tired? Saved by the bell. Spectre here. Who, Samuels? Sure, of course, patch you through. Play it cool. Hi, Marlene, I thought maybe you'd forgotten the area code or... What? Morpheus. I was here when it happened, it's awful, Mark. The monster who murdered my brother. He's revived, killed a nurse and guards and taken 4 of my patients hostage. Yes, my patients. I'm back in school for social work, but please, Mark. Moon Knight's the only one who's ever defeated Morpheus. That's why I'm calling. I can't be proud when people's lives are at stake. Where are you now? Hiding down the hall, hoping the madman doesn't find me. Stay put, Blondie, and don't try to play heroine. I'm on my way. The porcelain's all yours, Spence. Make excuses for me at the galleries. An old flame in need, you know what it's like. I'll tender apologies, Mark. Drive carefully. Say goodbye to Mr. Spectre, Nanu. I trust Spence with $1 million art inventory. I ought to trust him with my secret identity. Make things a lot easier. Right now, though, I've just had the big chance to win back Marlene, dropped in my lap. If Moon Knight saves her...
Hear us, O chosen fist of Khonshu.
The priests! I'm seeing their images again.
Lives are in peril, and your concern is only for yourself. The moon god shines against a selfish heart.
Christmas, that pain! Like a screw driving through my skull.
Your task is to affirm life and to be its vigilant defender. Justice must guide you, and righteousness, not the wanton desires of your soul.
They're gone. It's not enough they tried to control me as Moon Knight. Now they're playing conscience with me too. Why? Because I dared to think of my own happiness? No, because I ignored the fact that people will die if Moon Knight acts like a lovesick fool instead of an impersonal avenger.
Yes, you shall be my priests. And this edifice shall be Morpheus's Temple of Dreams, a palace befitting a god. Now, through my ebon energies, I grant to each of you a power even I lack. The power to induce dreams in yourselves and others. Gaze into the darkness of my eyes and dare to dream dreams no mortals dreamed before. Your power will make those dreams as flesh.
Nearby. How can I hide myself with an easy conscience when Morpheus is terrorizing innocent people? Morpheus, the monster who killed my brother Peter. Good Lord, what is he doing to them?
And protect the holy walls of my temple against all infidels.
We obey, Master. It's a nightmare. He's more insane than ever. No, get a hold of yourself, Marlene. Think of what harm he'll bring these poor people, what he did to Peter. I know his powers are awesome, but I've got to stop him before...
Behind you, Master!
Who treads there?
No! His energy, like jolts of cold electricity.
Seize the intruder and bind her. Now, who is that dares? Why, my dear Miss Alron, can it be?
Morpheus, please. If any shred of humanity... These people are ill. Playing with their minds will drive them hopelessly into madness. Kill them. Keep me hostage, but let them go. I'm begging you.
Let them go. They are bound to me, body and soul. Are you not my holy ones?
Body and soul.
But I'll grant part of your wish and keep you as well, Miss Alron. Quickly, my servants, leave her here and go patrol the corridors. For I hear the wailing sirens of infidels, and we must beware their trespass. Yes, the god of dreams owns a temple and priests. Now, come midnight, the first beautiful sacrifice will grace his ebony altar.
While below. Behind the lines, people. Pretty much under control out here, Lieutenant Flint. Will you just keep it that way, Mendez, because we got no control of what's going on inside. 10-4, sir. And scrounge me a stick of gum, will you? Ulcers kicked up again, and the doc's nicked cigarettes for real this time. Double mint, detective? Huh? Well, I'll be a monkey's armpit. Moon Knight. Jeez, fella, my man had an office pool going. You'll be retired and mothballed the cow for good. Where you been hiding yourself? Where's Morpheus hiding himself, Flint? Yeah, sure, you never were one for small talk. Here's the scoop. Top floor. Best we could do is seal it off from outside, 4 hostages we know of. See, the mayor wants us to play this careful. Real careful. No patience biting police bullets. Can't say I blame him. So we've been trying to establish contact. See if that loony Morpheus has any demands to... Swing the lights up there, and nobody fire!
fools. Do you think to bribe a god with offers of money and freedom, the vain desires of mortal hearts? Tonight, when midnight marks the hour of dreams, this living sacrifice will light the skies to herald the coming of Morpheus.
Moon Knight!
That's Marlene.
What time is it?
11:20.
I'm going up there.
Thought you'd say that, but I don't know. You're not a cop, you're a citizen. I've seen you do some good things. Listen, you got a gun? No, not your style. You like to use your fists. But here's a canister of tear gas on the house. Maybe you can smoke him out.
Thanks, Flint.
Sure. Just remember, Precinct's got a couple of open files you can help me close when we're done here, pal. Grapple should do it. Whew, almost overshot the mark there. Gotta keep reminding myself how my strength increases with the moon's brightness. Means I have to calculate each move I make because my abilities change every time out. Morpheus was in the front wing. I remember that his powers protect him only when he consciously wills them to do so. If I can take him by surprise from behind, I'll have a chance. Otherwise, those black bolts of his are like hugging an electric eel. Who? Flint said the floor's sealed off. He must be one of the hostages, managed to escape. I'll lower him to safety. No time. I have to find Marlene first. What? He's changing. I have seen the enemy and he's ours. No, this isn't real. Morpheus once gave Marlene's brother the ability to cause dreams in others. That's what this has to be. It's just a sick fantasy. I need to get my bearings. The general, who was here from the start, has got to be the real thing.
Ready, aim, fire!
No! Artillery barrage, it's really happening, or am I going mad? Got to find cover. What am I doing? Concentrate. It'll all disappear, it has to. There. See, smoke's clearing. It's no battle zone. Wait, here comes. Darling, I thought you'd never arrive. But you're not Marlene. No excuses, sweetums, just hurry. We'll have cocktails in the limo. Unless you'd care for a Bloody Mary right now. The master said to kill the demon in the white cape. Is he dead? Is he dead?
The hour of sacrifice draws near. To the roof.
Mark, where are you?
Beneath the stars and moon, I'll bind you to the altar of my dreams. Oh, I know what you're thinking, my dear. You imagine that your white knight rides to your rescue. A sorry delusion. For even now, the priests of Morpheus entangle your lost savior in madness of dreams, from which he is destined never to awake.
My head, that hammer straight. Can't think. Warm rush of blood, my hair matted to the cowl. Shake it. Gotta shake it.
I thought you was dead. Get up!
Midnight, help me find Marlene.
Oh, nothing. You're supposed to be dead. Now I said, get up!
Even with my increased strength, I can't break his grip. He's crushing me. Can't. It's impossible. You put this nice man down this minute. Where are your manners? You want he should die on an empty stomach?
Oh, jeez, I never get to have no fun.
This you call fun? Poor Bubbler. Did he hurt you? Come. Mama's gonna make everything hokey-dokey. I'm coming for you, Marlene. Where are you? Another dream. I'm not really falling. Has to be a way out of this madness. To fight against the insanity or Marlene's lost. Flint's tear gas. Even if I can't see them, it should stop my assailants. Hold my breath and There. Moon Knight! Flint, sedate these people fast. They're dangerous as long as Morpheus is awake. You heard the men. Move on it! Yes, sir. 5 to midnight. Gave it your best shot. Now I'm gonna have to storm the roof. Morpheus has the girl up there. You can't. He'll kill her. He'll kill all of you. If I could only have administered the enkephalin S to Morpheus. That's it. Lieutenant, I want one last crack before you send in the artillery. While...
I do trust you appreciate my flair for this dramatic missile run. A midnight offering to the god of dreams, and the hour is upon us. Your lids grow heavy, laden. Close your tired eyes and drift to sleep. Yes, you sleep now. Sleeping, dreaming, rising to the heavens, upon a cloud of ebon smoke.
Doctor said enkephalin S triggers sleep in Morpheus, and the quickest port of entry is the carotid artery in the neck. These serum-coated darts are Marlene's lifeline, but only if my judgment's sure. Not used to throwing these with my increased strength, uncertain of the balance. Stomach's at knots, but I've got to stay steady. Blast! I overthrew the mark on the first one, but the second's hit.
Rise. Ah! Have my priests failed me? You'll die for this sacrilege, mortal.
I thought the drug's effects were instantaneous. No cover up here. If he blasts me with that ebon energy, it appears I'm... finished? Marlene, I failed you.
You do not go gentle into the night, do you, moon demon?
Never. I won't let you have her, Morpheus.
Suddenly. So sleep.
Mark, I feel so tired. So cold. Come on, you're alright, Blondie. A bad dream's all it was. What about the hostages? My patients, are they... Safe and sound. They're under sedation. Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you again for last night. Enough thanks, you're embarrassing me, kid. Ready to order? Thick as sirloin you've got, suffocating in onions and surrounded by home fries. I'll have a house salad, please, and a tablet. Counting calories? You're not going to improve on perfection, Blondie. You could improve on that black eye of yours. You look like your old fight photos. Mark, the real reason I wanted to see you tonight. The answer's yes. Your room's been waiting at the mansion since you left. No, please. Don't make it any harder. I want you to forget us. Marlene, I love you. If it's my Moon Knight identity, it's not that. Not anymore. These last few months I've been rethinking a lot of things and Mark, I've decided to go back to my ex-husband, Eric.
Hey, this is Tyler from Krypton Report. If you like Superman, Supergirl, anything related to the Kryptonians, check us out. We are a podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just look for Krypton Report Pod.
Loonies, you can contact us through various social platforms. You can drop us a line on email at itkmoonnight@gmail.com. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/itkmoonnight, and a Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/ITK Moon Knight. We are on Twitter, our handle is at ITK Moon Knight, and we're on Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube to search for Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're also on Discord, just search for the server Into the Night with a K. Please leave an iTunes rating or review if you can, it helps us reach other loonies out there too. Also, if you have any feedback, we also look to improve ourselves and the show. Finally, we're on all good podcast catchers, Apple Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, also on Podcoin. Please check us out and share episodes with your friends.
Moon Knight and affiliated characters, stories and events are properties of Marvel Characters Incorporated. Materials used and discussed within the podcast are intended for critique and review purposes only under the fair dealing concept of the current Copyright Act. The views, information or opinions expressed during the podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of the copyright owners.